Welcome to day 19 at the 1 Hectare Sustainable Farm. This is Ambassador Deshelle Johnson. This is a DIY tutorial for the 1 Hectare Sustainable Farm. We planted onions the other day, so now I want to teach you what to do with your rotten tomatoes. So these are our rotten tomatoes. As you can see, they're rotten. It doesn't look like it's very good for cooking. And we're going to plant them whole. And then we're going to wash them over the next couple of weeks, and you will see each of these seeds will be a small stem. And all of these seeds in here, most of them should also germinate. So we have, when you're cutting up tomatoes for spaghetti or stew or whatever you make with tomatoes, keep your seeds. And so we're going to do somewhat the same thing. We have a raised bed here. It's basically 4 pieces of wood that we put together, packed it with the same soil that we have on the other end. We want to make sure it's even. We're going to do the same process and add water. The seeds this time, instead of the transplanted plants. So you want to water it. The wetter the better. And then you want to take your tool, put the hole in, like we did before. This is the hole. Getting your hands dirty is part of the process. I'm going to pick up the whole rotten tomato. Actually, just make this hole bigger because it's 2. Stick it directly in the dirt, like that. Take some of this, pack it on the sides, make a nice little bed for it. And then we're going to sprinkle some soft dirt on top. Make sure it's got some room here. And then we're going to plant the other one, probably about 6 inches away from that one. And then on the end, we're going to just pour the seeds on. So here's the next one. It's our rotten tomato. Nice and rotten. Put it in like that. Make a nice little bed, like you're tucking it in for sleep. Where's Vicky? And then this side, just want to make it flat so they don't go too far down in there because they're seeds, so we don't want to bury them. And then the rest of this, oh well, there's some nails in here, some ants, they can go in there too. So the rest of these we're just going to pour just like that. Get all the seeds out. And then we're going to take some fresh, softer dirt and pour it on top. This is soft dirt. This is kind of crumbly. So let's go get some soft dirt. And then we'll pour it on there. This is the kind of dirt that we want to pour on top of our fresh tomatoes and our seeds. You can see it's very crumbly. So we're going to gather some of this. This is actually the dirt that was in the raised bed before we moved it. We're going to take this whole chunk. Push it up in here. And then we're going to take this back over to where, as you can see, we're in our nursery. And if you can dip down underneath there, you can see all our tomato seedlings are about ready to come out in that container. Those are tomato seedlings that we planted the same way we're planting these. As you can see, they're in bunches. A lot of them are very large. We've even transplanted some of them over here. Bees are out ready to pollinate. So we're going to crush this up as much as possible. Thank you. There's rocks in here, that's okay. It'll help aerate the soil. Okay. So let's take the dirt back over here. So back over here in our raised beds. So now we're going to take this dirt and just sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Not too heavy. You want to give them some room to grow. But you also want to cover them enough so if it does rain, maybe like 1/4 of an inch. That's what it'll tell you if you get a seed packet of seeds. It'll tell you to plant them at 1/4 of an inch in silty soil. A little bit more over the whole tomato because it has to break down. So it has a little bit more base to attach itself to. Biggie's back. You know he has to be in every shot. He said, "You started without me." Yes, Biggie, we started without you. So put this dirt all along here so we can cover all of our tomatoes nicely. And then, per usual, we'll hit it with a teeny tiny bit more water because we don't want this to be dry. That's it. And you have now transplanted your rotten tomatoes. So we'll see you again for another DIY tutorial on how we made the benches out of barrels. So you see